Alright, hello. How's everybody doing today? How's it going there, Alistair? How's it going there, Skelton? How are ya? How's it going there, Dina K? How are you guys? Good to see everybody. Alrighty, so I've got a bunch of builds I want to work on here, so just kind of go through some builds. May or may not get to working on the Car for Big Man's Challenge. We got a few weeks for that, so there's no real rush on that. So let me show you what I did. So play with the nets, learn some good things about nets. Eventually I'll put out a tutorial perhaps on nets. But so one of the important things to know with nets is essentially you're setting the max size of the net when you hook up your ropes, it appears. So when you hook up your ropes here, my understanding from testing is that you're setting up essentially the max size. So if you put these really close together in a small square, might grow a little bit, but you're limiting the size. By making it bigger here, you're increasing the size. So as you can see, I have very large squares here, and that's how they're going to spawn in. So we'll spawn those in. As you can see, we get real nice big nets. And then you can go ahead and you don't have to worry about retracting them. They'll go back to that size. So it's probably likely what I'm thinking it's doing is it's setting the maximum size when you go ahead and you spawn it in. You know, based on those rope connections. So I'll kind of show you how huge we can get these nets. Now, I don't want them so huge they're unbalanced. What I'm looking for mainly on this particular boat, or on any of them, frankly, is I want profitability. I want to be able to make a little bit of money. I don't want the money to be ridiculous or unrealistic. You know, yesterday we made, I think it was like $6,000 to $8,000, and we burned considerably more than that in fuel. Now with this, I'm able to get enough fish in a short enough period of time that I'm making a profit. So that's all I really care about, is making a profit. So you like big nets and you cannot lie. I'm trying to remember the other lyrics. When you get an itty bitty net. I can't remember all the other words of the song. But so like these, as you can see, they shrink up nice and normally, and then you can expand them again. I'm liking this system. I added a couple. I think did they get deleted? No, they're on there. You see those fins on the actual winch housings there? If you look, not winches. There are fins on the winch housing. That will keep this winch housing a little bit more straight. So part of the reason I'm doing this is for alignment, to keep them from getting tangled up. So as you can see, they expand very large here. And so that's good. Again, I don't want them unrealistically large. I don't want to be dragging the moon behind me. I want them realistic, though. I want them to give me enough profit that it makes sense to go do this. You know, it takes a while to travel out there and to go ahead and start fishing as it is. So you're burning some fuel on the way out. You want to make sure that you're making enough profit. So as you can see, nice big nets. They will billow out as I extend them more. But as you see, we have nice big, I would say these are realistic size nets. That's what I'm looking for, and we can make a good profit with this. So I'm quite content with these. As you can see, they are pretty good. They will completely expand. I'm trying to get out into deeper water. We're only at 97 feet of water. But that's how you can control the width of the nets, is pretty much when you're setting it up and you're dragging those rope connections. It's going to kind of dictate it. So keep that in mind. So a bunch of builds. I want to do multiplayer mining tomorrow. Having some issues with slipperiness of the tracks. I'm curious. Even with the wheels, I'm curious if something got changed, because it seems like things that were a little bit more slip resistant or more slip phobic at the time. So I'll have to check that out. But so I'm trying to see if I can get these all the way extended. I'm gonna keep extending them, trying to keep them out of the ground. We're just in shallow water, so keep these extending out here. But these nets are more than viable with hotspots. The hotspots, I believe, are static. They look to be static. So, for example, you could write down all the coordinates if you wanted. So, again, you wanna like, I'm not a huge fan of the mechanic of buying the data necessarily. I like the concept. I think it's fine. For me personally, like, you know, for example, we cannot select that. Say that we're going to work the Arctic, okay? And I was willing to spend $250,000 to buy all the ones in the Arctic. That would be more how I would like it to be done, so that I can choose which one I want. It's a little bit random for me, so personally, I don't mind just kind of like writing down the coordinates of where they are and knowing where, you know, the area of the region I want. For example, like I know there's one right here, right there in the middle of this square, you know, and so if I'm fishing out of FJ, I know there's one here, I know there was one around over here. You know, I kind of like that. If there's a way to like scroll through and you can buy the ones you want, that's more kind of what I would like. Like these, I'm probably not going to go down there, over here, way over here. I'm probably not going to go, but like there's one here, there's one here, there's one up here. You know, so it would be nice if you could buy the ones you want. So I don't mind like going in a custom game, getting them all, and then kind of writing them down and having the ones I want. So we got one tangled up here. There it goes. It's straightening itself out. Again, we just don't have the depth here, but you notice how big these nets will get, so you kind of control that. I think this is reasonable for, especially if we're going way deep. These are reasonable, as you can see. We got quite a bit of net here going. So big old Johnnies of nets. You know, if we're moving a little bit faster and if I extend the actual cables out more, they will spread out more. But just because we're in shallow water, they're kind of like this. But you get some really deep areas as well. So one thought I had was radio controlling the nets so that I could run cables. But they do need electricity for a lot of it. So I don't think we really need much more extension than this. But as you can see, with these big old nets, it makes it so you can start to get some viability for larger craft. You know, smaller boat, you can probably do all right with not enormous nets, but reasonably large craft, you can need reasonably large nets, even in the hot zones. But I was able to, let me check. I got 128 fish. I think it took me probably like 30 minutes. So 128 fish in 30 minutes. Let's say, extrapolate that out to, let's say just 200 fish, you know, in an hour. I would say probably worst case scenario. So that's $10,000 per hour. And let me see what we have. We had 23,000 divided by 5. So yeah, so that is profitable to do that. So, and that's pretty low. I think the 200 estimate's low. Plus I'm multiplying it by 50, which is the lowest fish price. So as long as I was getting 200 fish at the lowest market price, I'm able to get about a 20% profit. So, actually, it'll be more than that. Yeah, about 20%. So, you know, that's reasonable, I think. Do I think the nets are like a test of cloth physics for sales? So the devs said they had worked on sales previously and were unhappy with the results. It would not surprise me because, like, they've pretty much been going through the poll item by item. Let me grab the poll again. So they pretty much have been going in order. Again, they asked people what they wanted, they had them vote on it, and then they've been going through in order. It makes sense to me. And so, you know, certain items got ahead of others because, for example, they were minor things like a Kraken. Kraken was pretty low in the poll, but it's something that fit in with a minor update and was reasonably quick to do. So, like, I'm doing Chrome capture instead of display capture. There we go. So, so they said they worked on sales. Sales was number 3, and so it would make sense that would come earlier. But again, you're gonna have technical limitations. They said they had worked on this and were unhappy with the results and may come back. I don't think they would have even mentioned it if they didn't think it was potentially possible, or they would say, you know, we tried sales and we just don't think it's possible. You know, I think the qualifiers are important, and so I think, you know, I think what they did was they took some of the tech they had already worked on with sales, the cloth physics, and then they saw if they could incorporate it into fishing. They realized they could, and now I think it is likely, they said there's one more fishing major update. We have 2 more major updates for the year. The next one's going to be fishing, as stated by the devs. So it wouldn't surprise me if the one after that was sales. And so the last of the year being sales would not surprise me at all. So that would make sense. I think the element that they have to work on is, they pretty much have the cloth physics done. All they would need to do is take the same component that we use on nets, right? And you'd put one on your boom, you'd put one on your mast. Maybe they would make it so it's 3, so you need 3 of them total: front of the boom, rear of the boom, top of the mast. They might do them as squares. I don't know how they would do it, but essentially same thing. Use the rope logic, draw your sail. Just like with the nets, how wherever you draw it is the maximum, right? You don't want to extend a sail and have the sail just flop around. You want the sail to be, taut. So that's what happens with the nets as well, is you draw the square, and that's how big it's going to get. You can extend and retract, so as you retract the net into the boom and the mast, the net, or the sail would look like it's not there. The only thing I think they really need to work on that could be, a little bit technical, is how do you then propel the boat? Do you have it go from the base of the boom? Do you have it go from the mast and the boom? I don't know. So I think it's certainly workable. I don't think they necessarily were like, oh, we're going to do this for sails. I think they were like, I think they more took what was for sails and then did it for nets. But that would be my guess, as they said they had worked on that previously and it was higher on the list. Let us see. Let's check some chat. How's it going there, Cheesecake? How are you? What am I thinking about for the challenge? I'm not sure. I've been looking through like some NSX, some other stuff, Lancia Stratos. A lot of it is going to be what size do I need to fit all the components in. I need to be able to get the engine, and the engine's going to be small, but I still need a lot of, still going to be a lot of stuff I need to get in there. So that's something that I kind of need to figure out. What the hell am I, where am I? Okay, I'm right up against the back here. Like, I couldn't even tell what I'm doing. Yeah, so not really sure what I'm doing yet for that challenge. $10,000 hours, but what I make for Land Olympics run. Well, I think the poll is an interesting piece of information, because it's, you keep getting people who will assert with no lack of irony, they'll say that nobody wanted this when people literally voted for it. And I think that was, people will criticize the devs for like taking a poll, like, oh, just build the game you're going to build. Don't like listen to the community. The community, doesn't know what they're doing. And I agree with that to a certain point. But the other thing too is it's good cover. It's hard for people to say that you don't listen to the community when you literally polled the community and are literally pretty much step by step doing what the community asked you to do. And I think that's a quick and easy reason why they would do a poll is, hey, it's easy. It's good. It covers your ass. You ask the community, hey, what do you guys want? We want this. And then it's hard for people to say, well, nobody wanted that. Oh, bullshit. They literally voted for it. So I think that's part of why they did a poll was it is super good cover to just be like, hey, dude, you guys literally voted for this. You can't say that, you can't say that this is what the community wanted. So that's why I bring up the poll, is like literally on a daily basis you get people, nobody wanted space. And it's like, dude, they literally voted for space. Why do you want sails? Sails are going to be boring. Nobody wants sails. Sails was number 3. Oh, they put weapons in just to appease all the kiddies. Well, hey, it doesn't matter, frankly, if they're kiddies or not. But, people voted for it, and that's what they voted for. So I think that's why I bring it up, is I think it's important. How's it going there, Citros? Yeah, I agree with Scalped. He goes, I don't get people who hate the weapons DLC/space. You can just not buy it. Exactly. Again, I think it's a juvenile concept to think that when somebody else gets what they want, somehow something has been taken from you. No. There's plenty of opportunities when you've gotten something you've wanted that means that somebody else didn't get what they wanted. And so you kind of got to turn that around and be like, hey, sometimes I get what I want, sometimes other people get what they want. And I think that's a good policy by both the devs and in general, is it's, you spread that love around, and I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they don't just listen to the loudest voices all the time. They don't listen to the most populous of the community all the time. They just say, hey, sometimes, you know, we're going to do this, sometimes we're going to do that, and they kind of spread the love around a little bit. So I'm having a terrible slipping problem here. Let's see what the hell. I don't get what's up. Let's go test a couple builds here with the add-on editor. I'm having some weird slipping problems, and I need to address them. All right, so here is the... Let's get the latest version. I even tried throwing some wheels on there. I'm not... So here's the 785. The 785 even seems slippery to me. Here is the 6040. So this is like ultra slippery to me. Like, yeah, part of it's like just relying on memory to be like how it was before, but like some of the, it just seems super slippery to me. So I gotta see, because I need these to be able to work on this cliff edge and not be afraid that everything's gonna slide off. It'd be a big pain in the ass. You know, the rope shovel has four tracks on it. If I can ever zoom to the right fucking spot. The rope shovel has 4 tracks. Fuck you. I'm not gonna be able to do it. There we go. Come on, come on. Right there. 4 tracks. So it's got definitely a lot more wheels for gripping, but you know, this has been super slippery, and I've been gripping the I've been gripping the tracks. I've been playing with a bunch of things trying to get it, but like, so see how it's sliding outside? So the brakes are off. Let's put the brakes on to start with. So that's the first thing. I need to put the door controller on here, but this is super slippery. So like here's, okay, so there's the brakes on. Brakes on, it's fine. It's not sliding anywhere with brakes on, okay? Let me check. Yep, so it's not sliding anywhere with brakes on. This has brakes on and is not sliding anywhere. But even driving the 785 seems super slippery when it's moving. This has brakes on default to start. Let's go let's drive around this cliff edge for a little while and see what the hell's up, because it almost feels to me like things are slippery, more slippery than they were. So like, see, we're sliding toward the end. This one has a copious grip. So like, here, let's do a rotation. So I have to put one of the tracks in reverse. And so like, I'm trying to stay close to the cliff edge here. So like, notice this one is not sliding towards the cliff in a scary way. I can turn around. I can now go forward. And I don't feel unsafe. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna immediately go off the cliff. Like here, we'll do a right-hand turn, and we'll spin around. So one of my tracks is in reverse. So the thing is, these 2 tracks are turning the, you know, we got 4 tracks, so that's helpful. All right, let's go ahead and go forward. All right, so you see, I'm able to get really close to the cliff edge and not have any sort of anxiety with that. Oh, fuck. Go up there. Stand by. I gotta fall down for a second here. I forget when I'm in third person. It will put me wherever the camera is. All right, so this one is scaring the shit out of me. This one has... What am I up to? 5s now? I'm gripped up to 5. Now, that one over there has many more wheels. It has the same... This one, let's see, what do we have here? That has 1, 2, 3 regular wheels, 2 drive wheels. So that one has... What is it? 6. That is 6. This one has 7. So this one even has more wheels, but that one is double tracked up front. So that actually has 12 per side. Yeah, that has 12 per side, so 24 total wheels gripped. This one has 14. But this one is also lighter. So, like, let's do the same thing I was doing there. So let's start driving along the edge here. And I want to be able to do... All right, so I'm squealing because I've got the wheels gripped up too high. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to do a rotation. So, see how we're sliding towards the edge more now? All right, now I want to go forward here to get away from the cliff edge. So that wasn't too bad, actually. Like, see how we're squealing tires? So I probably did grip it up before I went to bed last night. And I'm hitting this fucking thing. So that's not too bad now. I don't know. Last night it was acting really slippery. So, like, I'm trying to go close to the cliff edge and kind of play with it. See, like, it's slippery. So I'm a little bit worried about this one there. Like, the, and it makes sense. This one has 14 wheels. That one has 24. So it has 10 extra wheels to help protect it. No, center mass is perfectly fine. Center mass right where it should be. Center mass is super low on that. Like, we'll go look at it, but all these have really low center masses on them. The whole track segments are full of weight blocks, battle cannon pieces. So it has a real nice low center of gravity on it. One of the reasons I put the drive wheels in the orientation I have is I find that gives me the most traction as well. So, like, if we look at the center of gravity, you can see how low it is. It's right here. You know, so it has no center of gravity problem. It's right centered, and it's right there. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, the only thing I can think of is it's just for this mass, it might need more wheels, which I really don't want to double the tracks up on this one. I could. I might just do it, say screw it, and double the tracks up because, you know, I want this to work right. So the problem, though, is, like, I need to put the hub on here, so we would have, what's the width of these? I think these are 5s. Yeah, those are 5s. So we'd have to go here, and then we'd be in 5. So, like, they would be... So that's, yeah, see, that's how the tracks would be all the way into here, which is kind of gross. And I don't want to bump them out, really. I could bump them out one and stick them in there, and then we have tracks, but they're still right to there. So that's how far in the tracks would be. You know, it's not the end of the world either. What I could do is, so, like, sometimes if you grip these up, they'll start squealing the wheels. But if you drop the track tension, that will get rid of it. So let's play with that for a little bit. I tried one where I tested to putting wheels on. That had no change. Actually, let's delete that one. I don't need that one anymore. That one's annoying. Track test here can go. All right, let's go ahead and try this. So we have, I don't think this really, the track tension, like, if I tension the tracks up too much, they'll pretty much squeal instantly. So let me try doing something here where I increase the grip and drop the track tension even more and see if I can get them to grab. So I'm trying to think what the, let's look at, we'll look at the rope shovel. You know, see what I have the tracks gripped up to on that. So the rope shovel, let's get display cap up. All right, rope shovel, let's check the grips. Right, so grip factor of 3. So those only have 3, but it's 3 times 24. All right. All right, so we're talking 72 total grip. I have, what did I say, 7? So 14. So 72 divided by 14. So if I grip these up to 5, they theoretically should have the same grip value. I'm going to load up a different, I'm going to load this up separately here. Stand by. Where are you at there? All right, this one. All right, so let's see. So find the grip factor. So these are gripped up to 5, so that should be about right for this. Let's go a little nuts. And I'm gonna, so tire pressure is essentially the, they call it tire pressure, but it is on the tracks, the track tension. Fuck, find that again, there it is. Let's go like this. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll take that. Let's try going up to, I don't know, let's try 8s. And let's drop this tire pressure down, which is track tension, down to, I don't know, let's say 6. Let's replace all those. All right, let's see. There should be, how many do we? 11 hits. All right, trying to think of the 11 wheels. Why are there only 11 wheels? That's interesting to me. It says there's 11 hits right here. 11 hits in one file. Let's count them off. Yeah, let's count them off. That's weird to me. That it should be, I believe it's 14. So let's find, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's interesting to me. That, let me go through them again, because something's up. All right, let's go back to grip 99%. Leave that at 80. Here, actually, shit. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's take this file here and save it now. And now let's open it here, and then I should be able to find the offending wheels. So let's grab that. Let's see if we can find the offending wheels here. So this one is at 100%. That one's at 80. Okay, so these did not get changed. Okay, 60. That did get changed. This one did not get changed. That one did. So this one's good. Okay, so this might be the issue. 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. That one didn't get changed. So some of these are not getting changed. That one got changed. That one got changed. That one got changed. That one did not. That one did not. That one did. So I got some... It's weird that some of these are not getting changed. So let's go through here and let's refresh them. So that one looks good. This one here, let's go to 0.99 on all these that are not getting changed. That one's changed, that one changed. That one's not, so that one's gonna get a 0.99. That one is good. 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 That one is good, and this one is bad. So some of these wheels, because it was 11, it's supposed to be 14. So 3 of them, which makes sense. 3 of them we're not registering, which is peculiar. All right, so let's do that. And let's fix those particular ones. All right, where are we at here? All right, so let's update that. All right, let's see what the hell's going on here. So this should be 0.99. All right, so let's grab that, and let's find all those in the document. So there it says 1 hit. That is fucking weird, man. That is weird. There should be 3 of them. I changed 3 of them to 0.99. So let's try just finding the tire pressure of oh, this is why. Okay, right here. Let's get rid of this tire pressure. Let's just do the 0.99. See if we get 3 hits now. 4 hits. Okay. All right, let's do them independently so I don't screw this up. So 4 hits. All right, so let's copy that. Let's go to replace. Let's replace the 0.99s with 8s. All right, 0.99 with 8. Replace all. Okay. Now I want to take grip factor of 8. Let's go ahead and find right there. Let's find all in current document. It says 4 hits. What the Christ, man? How is that happening? I don't get that at all. There's 8, 8. Yeah, well, why are we only getting 4? All right, let's do this. All right, how many grip factors did we get? I'm only getting 4 hits. What the Christ, man? This is being weird. This is being really weird. All right, let me go ahead and we're gonna take a blowtorch to this because I need this to this is not gripping correctly, and I don't know why. That can go. This can go. Yeah, I don't know why the grip is being funky on these, but it is. right, let's just redo the wheels. All right, those two are going in there. All right, so those two are good. Go to huge tank wheels. All right, so those should be all set. We're gonna go from scratch on these. All right, so let's just do the grip to start with. See, I did copy over some from the one side to the other and when I pasted them, so I'm curious if that caused the problem. So we're just going to do them fresh and see if we can get them to behave themselves fresh. So I like to go to 0.99 just because it's easy to find them. So we should be getting 14 hits. All right. Now, I don't even know if this having dual drive wheels is helping or not, but so they should all be 0.99. Let's save this. All right, we'll refresh that. All right, now let's find them. All right, grip. So we should have 14 hits. Okay, good. We should have 14 hits. We got 14 hits. All right. Good, let's find that grip factor again. Find next, grip factor, 0.99. Okay, let's grab that. Oh, come on, you prick. I hate it when it moves it like that. It's like it likes to move it. There we go, Control-C that. Replace, there. 8s are probably going to squeal up the tires like crazy. Let's go to 5 is what I figured would have equal grip to the rope shovel. I'm happy with the rope shovel's performance. This is even lighter than the rope shovel, so let's try 5s on that. We'll replace all. Let's grab the grip factor 5. Let's go to find grip factor 5. It says we have 1 hit. What the fuck? Why are we getting 1 hit? Is it the highlight section that's doing it to me? Maybe. It says 1 hit. The fuck, man. That's obnoxious. Okay. You didn't replace all, did you, huh? Why, dude? 0.099. Says there are none in the document now. There's 1 grip in there. This is super weird. Why is it doing this? Here's the rope shovel. Go away. Here's the rope shovel, all right? If we look in the rope shovel, let's see. Grip factor 3. Let's find on current document. 21 hits. So that should be 24. So this one is even having problems. But it's at least this one has 21 wheels that at least I have gripped up correctly. Yeah. So this one's funky as well. That's weird, man. Something I'm doing in Notepad. Let's see. Huh. I'm going to grab the file here that I just saved. All right, let's go. Let's find grip. All right, let's find all in the current document. We get 14 hits of grip factor. All right, so let's find them all and see what's up. I'll edit them by hand if need be. All right, so that one didn't get changed. Let's replace all, you dickhead. All right, that's gone now. Okay, good. 1. Okay, let's find all in current document. 14 hits now. That is weird, man. Something I was doing that screwed it up. All right, so they got 14 hits now, so that should be 14 that are gripped properly. Let's go ahead and load it. And so the tracks will squeal if they're too high. See how they're squealing for a second? Let's raise it up and see what's up. Now, sometimes you can fix that with dropping the track tension. So see how they're doing this? That's because the track tension is too high, so we'll work on that next. But all the wheels are gripped up. That was important. All right, so let's go in and let's play with track tension here. So we're going to drop the track tension until that stops, essentially. So it's like the tracks are too tight, and then they're gripped really high, so they, you know, they're squealing. All right, so that's 0.9. Let's save that. All right, let's go back in. Let's reload it. Let's search. All right, grip factor 5. Find all in current documents. 0 hits. So apparently when I'm changing independently, it's changing them both. Okay, got to keep that in mind. All right, so let's go to grip. Oh, stop, you prick, you. So 5. Let's go with 5. So find next. Can't find grip factor, you fucker, you. Okay, that's because they're back to 100. So they're not. They're probably gripped up. No, maybe they're not. Let's go ahead and fix that too. We'll change both at once and see if I can get that to work for me. But you can see they definitely did change grip because they were squealing, so they're probably locked in on grip. But I want to look at both of them at the same time, so I'm just going to go like this so that I can get them all checked out. Because this one is slippery slidey up there, and I can't have that. I need this to be rock solid up there. I really don't want to be mining and lose these things over the edge. It is a big pain in the ass. And these are going to be way too heavy to crane, so that means you have to despawn them. Should be checking everything. I need to just be careful and check everything here and make sure they're good. So I'm going to change all of them in the files. All right, that's good. Let's save this as 6040. Let's save this. All right, so we've got a backup copy in case I screw this up. I can just come right back and do that. Reload that. All right. Spine grip factor. All right, grip factor 0.099. Oh, come on. Find it and stay there. Don't move around. Thanks. All right, let's copy all of that. Let's go. We want to search. Make sure we get 14. All right, we get 14 hits. All right, good. So we got 14. Let's replace. Let's fill that out. And then let's go ahead and let's do 5s on here. Okay, and let's try 0.95 on the tire pressure, which is the track tension. Okay, so those should all be replaced. Let's see if we can find 14 of these. 14 hits. All right, let's save that. All right, let's try to load it and see what we get here. So I'm just checking to see if they're squealing, because they'll squeal if the track tension's still too high. All right, so obviously it looks like the track tension's too high still. I had them down to 80 last time, but I'm trying to get them trying to keep the track tension as high as possible. All right, so that's still too high. All right, let's try to find. Oh, undo that. All right, let's find all of those. Find all in current document. That should be 14 hits. Good. Let's replace that with, let's go down to 90%. Okay. 14 hits there, so getting them all again. I'm slowly going down on track tension. I could do them manually with track tension. I don't necessarily need to do it here, but in the file. So we could try it just doing it here. All right, let's just do it here and see what happens. Because I can drag them down from here. Let's go down to 85. Now, it's easier just doing it in the file. Yeah, it's easier doing it over here because I can do them all at once. So let's go 0.85. Not 0.5, 0.85. Thanks, guy. All right, 14 hits. Save that. So 80 last time worked, but I'm trying to take it down slowly and see. That looks like that's gonna jitter. Yeah, that's gonna jitter. All right, let's go back. All right, still 14 hits there. Let's go to replace. And we want to go to 0.8. I think it might need to be 0.80. That's the thing too. I'll double check it. 14. Let's save that. I don't know if it needs that 0 in there just for the code or not. Yep, so that's still squealing. Trying to think if those need a 0. I'm going to add a 0 to it, I think, anyway. So let's go 0.75. Replace all. Let's find them. 14 hits. All right, save that. Still seem like they're. You see them vibrating, so they want to cause ruckus. Yep, there we go. We're squealing again. I think we're getting close. I think it took longer for that to squeal. Let's go down. We're just gonna do a quick little end run here. Let's go down to 0.65. There's 14 hits again. I need good grip on these. It's like I need to be able to get up to the area as well. So, all right, let's drop the grip down a little bit. All right, let's drop this grip down. I know 4, I think, was stopping. Let's go back up to, I don't know, 7.5, and let's go grip 4, replace all. Grab that. Let's find them. 14 hits. Eventually, I'll get this door fixed so I can just go through the door. All right, so 4 is fine. I know 4 was working fine for me last time. I don't think this front drive wheel is doing shit either. Hello, dog. I think it still counts towards the grip, though. I don't know. I might put a regular roller wheel on there. Excuse me, sir. What happened there? That was friggin' weird. Dog got close to the tires and got thrown away. I'm gonna put a better drive system in here. That's on my to-do list. All right, so let's go ahead and check the add-on. We'll put this back up here, and hopefully it's not slippery. This one starts with the brakes off, so I got to put it sideways, and it might slip a little bit when I first load it in, but that's generally because the brakes are off. And then once I get the brakes on, it sits very stably. It doesn't slide when the brakes are on, but I need it to be stable while it's moving, and that's the problem. Is it doesn't want to be stable while it's moving. And that is likely when you're going to have a problem, is when you're trying to reposition. I need it to be stable enough that it doesn't screw up. Because we need to be able to, we need to be goats on this cliff edge and not have problems falling off. But I'll check chat in a second, guys. I'm just kind of rocking and rolling. So this, I expect it to slide with the brakes off, so that's fine. Put the brakes on. Oh my god, that's with the brakes on now? What the fuck? Why you slide with the brakes on? Oh, I didn't hook the brakes up. That's why. Okay. I put new wheels on, so I need to hook the brakes back up. That's fine. Let's fix that. That's to be expected. I forgot to hook the brakes back up. Kind of got some ideas on how I want to redo these drive systems, too. That makes perfect sense. So let's actually, where is the main controller on this? Right here. Let's go like this. Right, what are we doing? 31. So I've been kind of having it on how I want to do this control system, and I've kind of got notion of what I want to do, so. So I'm going to make it a parking brake release, because it's kind of annoying. I always have to face it, you know, so that it's not going down the hill because of that. So I want to make it so that it starts with brakes on. Much more useful. There we go. And I think that should be toggle, right? Toggle, yeah. Okay, good. Alright, so now I should be able to put this like this, and with the brakes will start on, so I don't have to like rush over there as fast. Don't look like I didn't hook them up. Fuck me in the ass, dude. This sucks. Keep forgetting to do things. I'm rushing, and then I end up forgetting everything. I never hooked them up. Alright, let's check chat while I'm having a brain fart here. I don't know if Big Man does or not. I read the rules, but I can't recall. I haven't seen anything about it. He's got some good rules on there. Oh yeah, falling off the cliff there with a little bit of scar. Yeah, I don't know what the dog was doing. They are XML standard radiators. Yep. They actually XML'd up really nicely. There's no shimmer because the color's the same, so that's nice. All right, for the ninth frickin' time, let's actually hook these up. I hate it when I get in a rush and I start missing stuff. It sucks. It's really just, everything takes 3 times as long. Finally hooked up. Let's save this sucker. But fishing multiplayer was fun yesterday. That's fine. I just haven't reloaded this yet. Yes, please. For fuck's sake. I'm still in a rushing mood. I gotta slow down. So Alright, brakes should be on now. Alright, good. Solid as a goddamn rock. Alright. Ah. Blame the game! Alright, so good. Those, you can kind of see, I thought I saw a little vibration for a second there, but that's pretty good. Alright, so brakes coming off. Let's see. God damn it. How is that fucked up now? I love it when this shit happens. What did I not hook up now? Fucking drive system's not working. Let's work on the drive system. Let's take a break from that. It looks like the grip is better now. So there's clearly something was up with me editing the XML. You know, likely what happened was I changed one value manually, and then it screws it up because they're not all in sync. Now I've got them in sync. There's 14 hits. I have to go back to the rope shovel. The rope shovel's got 3 that are not synced. Let's work on this goddamn drive system here. I got to work on it for this anyway, and I'm going to redo it. So I've done this with a bunch of my tracked builds. What I'll do is I'll have a drive mode and I'll have a work mode. The issue then becomes switching between drive mode and work mode. Sometimes you theoretically want to drive and move, like I need to move my bucket while I'm driving. Trying to think. So what will it be? W, S, A, and D. So I'm going to make it so I lock those out. So let's do this first. This has been driving me nuts too. So let's get the things that have been driving me nuts out of the way, because that is a good way to stop having aneurysms here. All right. Door. Let's get this door done so that I don't have to, like, every time I try to go in or out of this sucker, it's not a pain in the ass. So right now, it's a pain in the ass. All right, good. So let's go ahead and let's fix this micro. So now we have the door hooked up. Where is this? Why is this way up here? All right. All right, so the door is connected. Thank you. I keep having a no clip through the door, and that is eminently frustrating. All right, good. Done. Bingo. Solved. All right, good. That's a good feeling of accomplishment. All right, good. Let's work on this drive system. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll go into drive mode, and that will allow me to do WSAD. When I let go of W and S, I want to have the brakes come on. That will help me from falling off this frickin' cliff and make sure I'm much more sure-footed. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So again, that was always intended as a temporary drive mode until I figured out what the hell I wanted to do. So let's go ahead, and the same system's going to go into the rope shovel. What's that? Okay, they're already in there. Good, that's done. All right, let's get this system in. Where we have here? So here's port and starboard tracks. All right, so I'm going to redo this. For this one, probably, let's say... .25. Let's do that. Okay. And then what we'll do is, let's see. No, we don't need a Boolean. We need a threshold of 0. And then where's my... then I need to split out the park brakes. So what's that? That is park brakes. Port. Star. Port. Port. Star. Okay, good. So this will let me lock up the tracks too for rotation, or I can power through. So this gives me a little bit more versatility with how I move. All right, and let's grab that. There's park brake right there. All right, let's see. And then that shit can go. All right, good. And then we want to do park brakes port. That's port. All right, so if that's 0, we want park brakes on. Yeah, like that. All right. All right, and then what are you? You are tracks. I'll just get rid of that for now. All right. Tracks can go for now. All right, and that is seat control there. All right, let's take a composite switch box. Let's go ahead. I should have left the 31. There's 31, composite switch box. Okay, 31 is going to be my space bar. So space bar will be to switch from drive mode to drive mode. From operation mode to drive mode. Good lord. Speaking me, English language me. All right, let's go like that. All right, good. There we go. All right, so that's one. Let's see how we do that. That goes, that goes. All right, threshold. 1. Okay, there we go. All right, good. And then what are we running here? That is going to be... Now, what friggin' channel is that? WS is going to be 2. 2. Okay. Why is this off? Let's make it a 4-bang on that so that it's actually a block space off instead of being 3s. All right, there we go. And then this needs to go there. That goes there. Okay, good. Port track can go there. All right. And this is gone. Track panel, I can get rid of for now. All right, good. So I think that's going to run. So what's going to happen here is we have a numerical switch box. So if I press the space bar, it's going to switch us into track drive mode. Other than that, so if I don't press the space bar, it's going to send through no composite, which will read out as 0, which will then trigger the park brakes. We'll have 0. When I then press the button, it's going to toggle us over. We'll now read the seat to the actual to run the tracks. If we go 1, which should be W, that's going to go up 0.25. That's going to then send a 0.25 to the tracks. If we go -1, it's going to send a -0.25. If we do 0, which is us not pressing either W or S, it's going to set that park brake. All right. So let's run that, and then we'll take U, Control-C-V, right there, bingo, bango, bongo. This goes there. That goes there. You, sir, madam, go there. All right, good. So that's set up there for the starboard track, and then we're going to be using, what is it, 4 is up, down. So up, down, we'll run the other one. Okay, good. So that is our track drive system. I think I'm going to put the same one on the rope shovel. If it works out nicely, I think it should. All right, and then what we want to do is, so I want to set my boom. So the 2 things I need to worry about is boom, which is up, down, and stick, which is WS. So those 2 need to be selected off when we're in drive mode. So before I start driving, I need to set my boom and my stick where I want them so that they're not going to hit anything. And then once I'm in drive mode, I can't move them, but what I can do is just quickly tap the spacebar, move them, tap spacebar, back to driving. So it should be really intuitive. I wanted a more intuitive system. So this should give us that. So we have stick here. Stick needs a composite, and then boom needs one too. So stick is going to get one, and boom is going to get one. So composite switch box. And that will go, you will go like that there. Stop that, you devil. Right there. Okay, good. All right, so that is the stick done. Then we need one for the boom. There's the boom right there. All right, so that is the boom right there. So the boom is also, so these two will be selected off. So the stick and the boom will be shut off when we are in track drive mode because they use the same control scheme. And then the, I'll be turned back on. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing on the other one, is on the rope shovel as well. I think that's going to be an intuitive system. So we'll go ahead, we'll plug all this in. So that's park brake starboard. And then when we are not in the drive mode, it will the brakes will be locked on to start. So okay, let's check the. Those two are hooked up. All right, let's go ahead and spawn it and check them out. All right, so before we start driving, we want to set our... That's backwards. All right, that's backwards. Let's fix that. I was thinking about it. I probably hooked that up backwards. So this needs to be the other way. So this is defaulting on, so it needs to go there. And same deal here. This needs to default on there. And then the tracks default off. All right, so before you drive, you want to set your boom and your stick. This will still allow me to rotate. So if I need to rotate the boom out of the way from hitting something while I'm driving, like I'm going to go up next to the dump truck. So I'd bring my stick up, set it where I'm going to set it, press the space bar. Now I can't move it, but I can move my tracks. All right, there we go. I'm going to let go of the right track. It should go and brake. And then if I want to actually turn, I need to... hold down the down arrow. All right, let go of both. The brakes are on. So this will stop slipping. It was too dangerous slipping all the time near the edge of the cliff. So this prevents that. So I let go and the park brake is on. We don't slip or slide. So every time I let go of something, it slip slide. Like now, the left is just going. It's not going to do much by itself, but it keeps us from sliding. Then I have to go reverse on right to make that turn. So let's go ahead, go back. Very intuitive. It works well. Speed's good. I could probably gear this down even more, I'd say, if I wanted to. So nice and intuitive. Like really intuitive. Oh my God, we're going to hit something. I can't really swing the... Well, I can swing us a little bit here. Let's swing. So I can swing us out of the way while I'm tracking if I need to. It's still pretty intuitive. I can swing us. So, like, if I have a dump truck next to me and I need to move, I can quickly do that and change the angle. But you just have to set the boom in the stick before you actually start moving. So it's pretty intuitive. Let go of it. Space bar, right back to mining. Mine, mine, mine. Okay, we need to move up a little bit. Space bar, move, move, move. Space bar, mine, mine, mine. So it's really super intuitive and it's quick and it's not a problem. So I like this drive system. Is going to work well. So let's go test this. This should work really well up on the rim, giggity, because it's every time I let go of the drive controls, it auto brakes it, and so it keeps us from sliding. So that's really, I think that's going to be intuitive and helpful, and I think it's really easy to run. So. Yep, but let's see, I think. Exactly, you got to comb the desert, you know. Little R2-D2, a little C-3PO, and go out and comb the desert with shiny gold friends. What's better than that? So I got to fix some of the wheels on this. They're kind of funky. But I was noticing the 785 seems slippery, but, you know, oftentimes you know, when you're dealing with something, it seems like, oh, this has happened on this build. You didn't notice it on the other one because it wasn't a big deal, and then you notice it, and you're like, oh, crap. You know? So it's kind of confirmation bias. It's because your nose is right on it, you notice it was something else, that it was there all the time. All right, so starts out braked really nicely. All right, so I want to get close to the edge here and make sure I can confidently maneuver. So we'll put the bucket and or the boom and the stick where I want them. Park brake. All right, oops, I'm getting close to the edge. Double them up. Get right away from the edge. Let's like just ride right next to the edge and feel if I'm confident. So I want to confidently operate this thing right next to the edge. Am I afraid I'm going to run off it? So I feel confident. Let go of all the controls. Bingo. We're not sliding. So that's good. All right, I want to rotate right. All right, there we go. Rotating right. That was because I got too close, but I should have gone forward first. But I feel confident with it. The thing is, the CG is about right where I got to, that wheel. So I can't get too damn close to that edge. But I feel much more confident now. It was so slippery before because, like, every time I let go of the controls, it was sliding. That I was like, oh, shit, what am I doing now? Now, if I panic, I let go of the controls, and letting go of the controls is safe. And we know the brakes are on. I can take that second it takes to, like, figure out how I want to control it. So, oh, no, we're getting too close. Let go. Brakes come on. Now, okay, I'm nervous. I'm too close to the edge. Push forward on both. We go away. All right, let go. We're locked. Okay, let's rotate. Oh my God, we're sliding too close. Let go. We're locked. Before I had to like quickly lock up the brakes, and then I had to quickly unlock the brakes, and then I had to try to give it power. Now it seems much better. There we go. Back to arm. All right. Oh no, we're too close to the edge. Let go. Go forward. All right, we're away from the edge. So I feel much more confident with this drive system too. All right, ooh, let go, you know. All right, we need to go away, straight forward. All right, now we're away from the edge. All right, hold the right track down. Yeah, so this is much more confidence-inspiring. Like this before was pretty harrowing being this close to the edge because it was just sliding towards the edge the whole time. Because like every time I let go, now the brakes come on, it won't slide with the brakes on, so. Is much more confidence-inspiring. So the rope shovel is going to get the same system. I got to fix all of it on that. So like rotating this way, it does like to slide towards, but all you have to do is let go forward a little bit, let go, rotate, and now you've given yourself some extra room to slide back. Okay, oops, we're getting too close. Let go forward a little bit. Now rotate. So see, very much more confidence-inspiring now. I don't feel nervous that we're going to end up down that cliff 9 out of 10 times. Because these are not, like, I could build a massive crane to be bringing these suckers up. I really rather not at the moment. These things are freaking heavy as hell. That thing, the rope shovel's like 47. This is like just shy of 40. So they are not light. So like, oh, we're getting too close. Let go. Now do both of them at the same time. So much better. This is really much better drive system. So I'm quite content with that. All right, let's get out of here. Let's do this. All right, let's grab that back. Let's kill that. Let's go back. All right, so I'm happy with that now. Let's fix this rope shovel. How's it going there, Rasmus? Hello, hello. Never even, oh yes, you never heard V1, exactly. Well, you didn't hear 80 knots. Should be 80 knots, V1, rotate. 80 knots, V1, rotate. Positive rate gear coming up. You say gear up, but I always say gear coming up. I had a couple captains that, like, they thought that they needed to instantly do what I was saying, and it's like, and so finally, dude, like, so I used to do, 80 knots positive rate, 80 knots V1, 80 knots V1 rotate, positive rate gear up. So all you're doing is you're telling the pilot not flying, we have positive rate, put the gear up, and then we would hit, what would we do? 200, was it 200 feet? I think it was 200 feet. Selects, no, it wasn't 200 feet. I think it was 200 knots flaps up. So it happened all very fast. So it was 80 knots, V1, rotate, positive rate, gear up, 200 knots, flaps up, select speed 200. And so that was kind of the cadence to go through. And sometimes you would get, so like I would go positive rate gear up, and they would be reaching for the gear, and then I go 200 knots, flaps up, and they would stop reaching for the gear, and they'd go for the flaps to put the flaps up. It's like, no, dude, it's like, do it in order. Positive rate, gear up, put the gear up. Then I say speed 200, flaps up, then grab the flaps, and then select speed 200, then go select speed 200. It's like, and I'm not changing my mind. I'm like giving, like, we've hit each condition for each thing. Do each condition in order. Yeah, but everybody had their own preference. Let's see, that's 80, 100, 80, 100, 80, 100, 80, 100, 80, 100. Oh, then I don't have 14. It is 6, 5. Okay, so it's 11. It's 22. Never mind. I was counting 14 wheels. This is where the motor is. The motor is right here. So this is actually fine. The motor is in this slot, so it's actually missing a wheel there. That's fine. All right, so I was gonna fix that. Yeah, the stress goes away the more experience you have. You know, there's not much going on up high. Like, there's very little stress up high, but it's like, it's I don't consider it stressful. I consider it busy. Like, you're busy. There's something you get in commercial flying called sterile cockpit, where you're not allowed to talk like, the only things you're supposed to say are on the checklist. That's the only things you're supposed to be doing. Like, you can do things like, we've got a high temp, something off checklist, but it's got to be critical flight related. And the benefit of that is, like, you can imagine if people are shooting the shit and just bullshitting, how things would get missed and it would get dangerous. And so that kind of cuts the stress down by, you know, not having to worry about that sort of shit too. That's really helpful. Let's see. Let's grab the drive system. I just did that. I meant not to touch a bunch of shit in here. Let's do that. Let's grab all of this good drive stuff here. Let's go to the rope shovel. Yeah, so I think this is definitely the best way to do this. Because, like, it's super intuitive. Like, my issues I've had before is, like, I have a drive mode button and it shuts off all my stuff and I need to move the arm and I can't. Spacebar is nice and easy. It's really approachable, and it tap. I can quickly, oh, my arm's going to hit something. Tap, move the arm up, tap. Right back to driving. So it's really nice and convenient. All right, so here's all the info for that. All right, panel. I'm getting rid of the panel, so that can go. Adieu, signore. Bye. I'll probably, what happened? Oh, that was the output. Okay, I want the input gone too. Panel right there. See ya, dude. See ya. All right, good. That's all gone. What are you? Park brake. So we need to add a park brake on there. Where is the park brake? Park brake right there. All right. Output. Output. Okay. All right, let's see. Then this is going to be, you need to put in, that's right there already. Okay, let's see, move you over a set. Okay, and then what am I triggering off? So WS is going to be, so this up down is this. So you need a switch now. All right, you are default on for that. So that's WS, and then I need 2. What am I doing 2? I don't think I have. Do I have anything as WS? I don't believe I have anything as WS. So I'm still, oh, right here, WS. That's bucket cables up. Copy, copy. That's it. Okay. Okay, there we go. You're going to move to the right like a good lad. There we go. You go there. Then this one's going to be, that's bucket cable, so that is default position. Why didn't I move you enough? Move, sir or madam. There we go. Everything must be aligned. All right, good. So that is the new drive system on this now. So let's test that out real fast. Make sure that runs. Gripper release. Okay, I don't have gripper release anymore. That can go. I don't need that gripper lock anymore, which is nice. Where the hell are you? Right there. Park brake starboard. All right. Yeah, it was weird that the notepad, I kept screwing that up. I don't know what was going on. I might have changed one by hand or something, and then it got screwed up. All right, this is much, much more intuitive now. It's just, I think it's much easier to like quickly swap over and not have issues. And all right, so going up, ropes going up. All right, we set that. Spacebar, already driving. This is much more intuitive. I can look at what I'm doing. All right, let's rotate. Oh no, I'm gonna hit something. I need to rotate the cabs. The cab's rotating independently. I can still run this while I'm rotating the cab independently. Okay, let's go sideways like this. So much more intuitive. Oh no, crap, something's gonna happen. Stop. Okay, let's rotate back. Let's rotate the cab. So much more intuitive now. Like I have much better control over this. You can see I can easily rotate the tracks and align the cab. Gorgeous. Excellent. Par excellence. How's it going there, Ulcere? How are you? You to you as well. How's it going there, Brandon? How are you? Yeah, the more you fly, you get used to it. Like, you know, it never it stops bothering you. Like, you focus on what you're supposed to focus on, and you know that if you focus where you're supposed to focus, that you're not gonna hit anything. You know, like they have a bunch of laws. For example, like say this was operating at a mine that was right off the end of the runway, you'd have to put a light on this. You'd have to. That'd be kind of cool to put a light on this too. You'd have to put a light on it over a certain thing. You know that the trees would be trimmed in a certain area. You know they can't put any buildings right in the approach path over a certain height. So even in instrument conditions where you can't see anything, I've gone into plenty of airports where literally you don't see the runway until like 3 seconds before you touch the runway, and you just it's anything where you're a professional and you do that every day, it stops bothering you, and it can get stressful, but it stops bothering you as long as you just kind of pay attention and do your job the way you're supposed to do it. You'll be fine. If you're freaking out, it's counterproductive. So it's just like anything. You do it every day, it gets better. How's it going there, Walter? How are you? All right, so I love this new drive system. New drive system is boss and choice. All right, let's grab some stiff here. Let's start decorating that build. I want to get that build out, or not. I want to get that build in the multiplayer game tomorrow. Put it that way. But fishing nets are working really well now. I'm happy with that. Good testing on that. Got them where I want them. This is wrapping. Nothing wraps up in stormworks, but always have more work to be done. But this is going well and should be able to be put in pretty soon for multiplayer tomorrow. 2 and 2. That's in the center. All right, let's make this here. So that's the 74.95. All right, let's make this, and then I will, I gotta clean it up. I'm gonna change some of the A. I think what I'm gonna do with the A here is this. I think we're gonna go like that. Yes. All right. All right, so I'm gonna work on the 74.95. It's gotta be a 60/40. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that. Let's go and paint. All right. So we want to do the old Helvetica. Let's go background, blick. Text, width. Helvetica compressed. All right, let's go ahead and 60/40. 60/40. Do I space these? No. Could artificially space them a little bit, but I think I should be able to fix them and space them out nicely. All right, let's go ahead. Do we have a rhomboid here? We do have a rhomboid. Let's see. Roja. All right, there we go. Let's go the outline only. Let's make it, I don't know, 10 banger. See what that looks like. That's too rhomboidish there. That's better. Trying to get like a 45 going on this, Johnny. Why won't you just not do that whole stretch thing there? It's going to maintain the angle on there, and I don't want it to do that, frankly. I don't want to stretch this out to infinity and beyond here. Okay. See if I can do it manually. I think I did manually last time, and it came out all right. Let's put that on a layer so I can screw with it. Okay, stick it up your ass. Let's see. I hate the ding dong message when ding dong. Hey, we got something stupid to tell you. Piss off, you. All right, there we go. All right, let's go. check what it looks. Okay, so I've got no yellow in that at all. All right, that's good. All right, let's go ahead and zing, zong, zing there. There we go, 60-40, all right. What the heck? Let's see. Let's try merging them and see if I can't get the black out of there. There we go. All right, there's 60-40 right there. A little bit straighter rhomboid on this one here. I might try to step that up a little bit. Yeah, these might. I want these a little bit more straightened. Let's. I should be able to do it here reasonably. Let's straighten that up like that, I'd say. All right, there we go. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. Yeah, all right. All right, let's bring up the utility here. All right, the contagions right there. So I'll put this here. I'll stick this in the chat. You guys can use it if you like. Again, I still need to make that channel on the Discord with all sorts of useful links. I might do it right now so that stop just talking about it and actually do it. All right, so there it is. One thing we need to go in the game, measure it out. I think it's 9 blocks. 9 blocks. So it doesn't always work perfectly, but it should be pretty good. 9 blocks. Oh, shit. Let's go back to paint real quick. So what I should do is I should grab this and make it as small as possible because it's going to try to get all the blank area. I don't want that. So let's copy that. Let's make it new. Let's get rid of all this. There we go, make it transparent. All right, let's save that over. There we go. That's going to be better for that because it won't try to... This will give it the best chance of being the right size. So, I'm going to choose if I hit standby. Okay. So that's in there, and then let's make it 9. That gives us the best possible chance of making that work. All right. Yeah, modify that. Let's see where we got their guy. Downloads. Let's rename that. 6040. Badge. That's going to go into the vehicles folder if I can find where I put the vehicles folder. Did I close it? No, it's right here. Okay. All right, that's in my vehicles folder now. Let's go ahead and open it up. Generally, it needs some work, but we'll see how much work it needs. Usually needs some general crisping. That looks oversized by a considerable amount, it looks like. See where we're at here. See what the size differential is on it. They're not that far off. It's a little bit bigger. Okay, it's a little bit bigger, so let's play with it a little bit and get it downsized a little bit. Let's go down by, oh, I don't know. Let's go down 20%. Let's bring that back up. Sometimes it doesn't like going through it again like this. Okay. Downloads there. All right, let's try reloading it. This may not have given me the latest one. Oh, fuck off with these. I hate these arrows with a goddamn passion. Go out and these bumfuck out here, and I gotta go get it. Why, arrows? Why do you suck? Like, dude, don't let me push it out of the barrier by more than like 10 blocks. Lets me push it out to East Bejesus. It's like, I don't... Why am I out in East Bejesus? There's no reason to be out in East Bejesus. I don't think it changed it. Let me see. Sometimes you got to reload the web page on that, and I think that's what happened. Let me reload the frickin' web page. All right, there we go. Let's try it again. All right, let's go through all that rigmarole again. Oh, stop. All right, let's go and try this again. There we go. It updated at that time. So. Good. I should be able to move the red line up and strip a set of blocks there. I might have to step everything up. That's obnoxious. Let's see if I can keep working in paint and get that fixed up even more here. Sometimes you can get it right in the money here, but I gotta get this. Let's go ahead and start here. Grab to there. Okay, nice. That's much tighter there. Save that. Go to the website. Let's refresh that. Let's grab it again. Let's go 9 block on that. Keep tightening it up until it's where I want it. There we go. All right, grab you. See ya. Grab. And that's the right time, so that looks like the new version. That's much slimmer. We like that. Giggity, giggity. All right. Let's see how that compares. Still a little bit on the beefcake side, but that's all right. It's not going to cause any problems. So a little bit on the beef side, but that's all right. All right, let's clean it up so it doesn't look so donkey. Grab you. Let's start cleaning. I don't like this red. I should have checked the red before I did this, but whatever. I'll be able to fix it pretty quickly. Gonna get the darker red anyway. Alright, there we go. I'll probably end up moving that red line down a little anyway. Yeah, I will. So let's go ahead and drop that right on top of it like that. Trim it even more. Oh, stop it, devil. Now this should come up one too. Bring that up higher. Oh, stop. This could be fixed on the corner there, but I'm just trying to get it reasonably cleaned up here before I start going ham on it. What's going on here? Darker, okay. Can't see shit. There we go. Up. Give me the fucking thing, guys. Alright, that's cleaned up alright. I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and clean up this here. That came out pretty good, I think. Hopefully it's the right width. Yeah, check that. I probably did, but I don't look. Alright, let's look at it in game, see how it looks, see if it's unclean. Oh, it looks clean. It looks clean and nice. Couple little rough edges there, like that edge needs a fix, that edge needs a fix, but for the most part it looks pretty good. Right there needs a fix, but for the most part it looks pretty clean and pretty good in there. That could use a little bit right there, but for the most part I'll dupe it and then I can fix it later if I want. Do a couple of those quick fixes here while I'm here. There we go. That looks a little weird in this edge, but whatever. That one can't come over anyways, it doesn't matter. Cut that out, make it a little bit stick out less here. That's alright there. That's fine. Right there. That. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I didn't pre-color this one, which I should have done. Yeah, 2 cooling fans are gonna be in the way of this. Shite. How much space do I need? Lots. Do I move these? I believe I do. Let's see how much space I need before I waste time on this. That's 9 as imagined. So what does 9 look like? It's gonna screw up with the XML piece, but yeah, they'd have to move a considerable amount to get it back there. Let me look at some pictures of the 6040. See what the back looks like on the 6040. Check chat in a second, guys. So let's see what we have for pick. I don't care if they're the same, but there's different models as well. So I'm kind of looking at some of them. That's got a small one on the right. Okay, so I got to put in the oil coolers on that area, anyways. So probably go with a small one. There, I do like the big one where I have it. I'm not completely redoing it. That's got it on the back. It's got a number and then a small one underneath. Don't go to the thing, you scum. There we go. You can see it right there. It's small there. I'm content with how I have the big one. I'll put something on the other side. I'll fix it. But I just want something on there for decoration at least, and then I can go back and kind of make it better. All right, let's read some chat here. Yeah, a little emblem. All right, let's see. Make sure our chat's caught up there. Okay, good. All right, let me do that thing on Discord that I want to do. I want to make a channel so you guys can go on the Discord and have useful links for the particular games. So stormworks. Let's see. We'll add a channel. Give me a text channel. Let's see. Useful tools. Make a private to start. Let's go back. I'll fix that in a second. All right, where is it? Reactions is on. All right. So yeah, I'll put some useful links in there. That's going to be on the Discord. So I'll put that tool in there. Put a bunch of the tools I use, and that way, if people need them, I can just tell them to go there, and that's easy for everybody. God, if it could spell, we'd be in great shape. Another one that was useful was the lighting. So the where's the lighting? Lights and shapes for boats. Okay, let's find some other ones here. I got an RGB color code chart. Bug tracker feature request. Steam DB for the game. XML editor from Strunner. One N. Nope. Edit that sucker. Didn't put the link in. Let's see if there's any other ones. This way it's easy for people to find stuff that's good. Text formatting on Steam. All right, start there, and as people ask for stuff, I'll know to add it there. Thank you, Citrus. I'm just checking some of the Discord room here, see people's cool pictures. Torch put his dog on there, very lovely. Alright, good. So let's get back to it. Alright, Goob. Let's go ahead and I will grab one of the small icon blocks here. So this is gonna get the... What the fuck? I accidentally ripped the whole thing off here. Silly. I gotta put the oil cooler on this side anyway. Let's put the oil cooler in there. Let's stick that there for now. Let's Let's do heat sinks. It's got dual oil coolers right here. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do XML blocks for that. Or I'm sorry, paint blocks for that. I said XML, I meant paint. All right, so let's go ahead and save this real quick, and we'll see how she looks. Ooh, do not do that. Do not. Luckily, everything backed up pretty reliably, but I don't know if I don't think I backed up my files yesterday. All right, so that's looking boss. The funny thing I always find with these machines is they scale, so they look reasonably the same as they change size, but the difference is they the tracks look too long. The difference is they is the cab stays. The cab always stays the same size too, so the cab looks tiny on this big machine. So proportionally, it looks the same, and then you get close to it, it's absolutely enormous. Yeah, some of the really big ones look a little bit different, but like this looks reasonably small, and like here, let's put it next to Alistair's. But the drive system is really nice and intuitive now. Tracks are gripping up nicely, so that's good. Like I like that I can rotate the cab as I'm doing things to get it out of the way mostly just so I don't hit stuff as I'm trying to move, because I have issues with the other drives. The other drive system was always intended to be temporary, just as a way to get going. Then let's grab Alistair's, that is very tall. I don't know if it auto-updated the latest version. But I think we're just getting drive. Personally, I would like a suicide door in there just to get in, but I don't know how it is IRL. Probably have park brake on here right there. That park brake? What is up with brakes? Let's see. Park brake release is on. We're in gear. There we go. I might have just shifted up too fast. Could have been it. Probably just shifted up too fast. Yeah. They think of the truck being enormous, then you put some of these machines next to it, and it doesn't seem all that big. I gotta put horns in all these. That's the way you signal to the truck driver that they're full, is you put the horn. So like before you drive, you'd put your arm up, and then you just press the space bar, and then you get to go. And then if I need to readjust the arm, I just press it. So like I can very easily and intuitively drive up there, rotate as I need. Yeah, so see, like I can even fill this with the, no problem. Like I still have some space here too, so I can, you know, like I'm closer than I need to be. Like that's closer than I need to be. Like I just need to be there. And so yep, so no problem even reaching the tallest of vehicles. Now you're making me want to manhandle it. Or I was trying not to. Now I'm gonna definitely do it. See how badly you can manhandle it. You asked for it. You should put this on your workshop page, Alistair. Easily movable. Truck is conveniently movable by a big old bitch. I'll put that in the vehicle showcase. There we go. Now he's working on his Audi Quattro. Now let's look at a couple thought process for big man's. So I think it'll be a cool challenge there. So essentially, like the homologated cars are, you have to have road legal version to be able to get them racing, so that you don't just make like some race car. It has to be like based off a real car. So like they have to have a certain number. So this is, I think, the one Alistair's doing. The S1 Quattro. I love this Lancia Stratos. This is what I want to make, but friggin' hell, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to fit it. Well, I don't think you can. I think it's got to be 4. Let's go to Big Man's real quick. I gotta think. I think it's 4 seats. So yeah, I think it needs to be a 4-seater. Let me quickly check that. Where is it? Under announcements, Big Man. Yeah. Let us. That's the video. Where's the PDF? There's PDF. I clicked the wrong file. All right. So let's see. Go through the rules. We might as well for the challenge here. So you need to make a homologation sedan, coupe or station wagon. So it's coupe. Coupe's supposed to be for no, coupe can be 2 doors. Yeah, coupe's 2 doors. Coupe or station wagon with a touring car variant for the challenge. Homologation vehicle and touring car variant must be the same car and submit either single creation or ideally as 2 separate vehicles. Workshop rules. Both the homologation vehicle and the racing counterpart must be of equal size and look the same, excluding paint and livery wrap on car. Spoilers, aerodynamic flare, and other extras may be added to the touring car racer as long as the dimensions of the cars are not exceeded. You can put spoiler on top, you just can't make it taller or longer. Lighting must be kept on both versions. Both vehicles will require working light, low and high beams, as well as reversing lights and brake lights. Indicator lights are optional. All lights required do not need to be separate lights. RGB can be used. Max size of the car is 9 blocks wide, which is very wide, 21 blocks long. No height limit. Cars must both be on their wheels and spawn. No flip bullshit. Maximum of 4 3x3 wheels. Front and rear wheel drives. XML grip of 2. 4-wheel drive, not past 1. Max wheel size 1.25. No max or minimum wheelbase. Interior and driving systems. So 4 seats. Yep. I thought I'd seen 4 seats. So it's got to be 4 seats. So the Lancia is out because it's a 2-seater. He said it could be a coupe, though. Coupe's 2 doors, so it can have 2 doors and 4 seats. Racing versions only require driver's seat in the car and can have all non-essential interior luxuries removed. Interior of the homologation car must be similar to the real car. Make it so that you'd want to have it as a daily driver. Examples of cool systems you could add to a homologation car. Note these systems do not need to be cruise, reversing, automatic indicators, all sort of modern shit that I'm not putting in. Manual, yes, and are allowed. No limit on gear ratios or gear count. Transmissions have to have the same transmission essentially, but can have different set of ratios. So that, like if you have a 7-speed, it's got to be a 7-speed, but you can do a race spec gear on it. Electrical motors may not be used for propulsion of the vehicle. This is something I'm glad he did. I didn't really care for it in the hot hatch where you could use it as a way to cheat your power. I don't know why. Like, this was something that I know that Jersey did back in the day, was like showing people how to start their modular engines with electric motors. I've never seen any good use for that. Like, some people get, like, they can't wait literally the 3 seconds it takes to start the modular engine, but if you put more starters on it, it starts up faster. You know, so I don't know why anyone does that. It just takes up a bunch of room, and it's kind of a pain in the ass and a waste. Motors can be used to start your engine, but must be disconnected from the drive train via clutch when driving. Any steering system is allowed, including 4-wheel engines. Both cars must have the same physical engine, but may be tuned differently. Homologation cars should have engine tuned to be more efficient, whereas touring can be more focused on racing. 1x1 cylinder modular and small prefab gross. For modular engines, non-supercharged engines can have 3 cylinders, and supercharged can have 2 cylinders. I'd like to run a 2 supercharged. We'll see. We'll see where our power gets. Exhaust deletion is allowed. Good. Engines should not overheat. Of course they shouldn't. It's not that hard. So you'll be disqualified if your engine overheats. I like that rule. Again, part of a challenge is it should be challenging. It should make you get better. And so, like, the people who constantly have problems cooling their cars have to, like, work on that and get that done. And it's certainly doable. No performance enhancing XML other than grip of wheels mentioned above. Visual XML is allowed. Glitches and infinite generated. Nah, dude, don't do that. For ease of judging, put these things on your workshop page so that he doesn't have to do all the work for you, which I agree with. I'm just kind of running through this stuff. 5 submissions will be considered for entrance, with each of their 2 vehicles being judged separately from one another, meaning a bad civilian car won't affect the great race touring car. Each car will be judged on several qualities and categories depending on civilian car or the touring car out of 10. Note that some categories will be weighted more than others, e.g. weighting of 1.5 will grant 15 points, score 1 to 10. All right. Overall driving quality, design, styling, feature, cruise control example. I'll put some other features, but I want mine to be more like an 80s period car, 70s even. So I like the shapes of them. They're more boxy squares. They look better in game. They look more like their real counterpart. But we'll put some cool doodads in there to try to get that score up. Overall performance, design, styling, and theme of the challenge. Scores will be given out of 40. 4 winners for this challenge, each based on different areas of judging. Civilian homologation car points winner, Tourer racing points winner, overall points winner, sum of 2 car points. So again, this is kind of cool having an overall. So you have your civilian car, you have your touring car, and you have your overall. So for example, let's say somebody makes a really great civilian car. It looks awesome, but their engineering prowess is not great, and therefore their touring car is not very fast. They might win this one, not get this one, and because they were so disparate, they probably are not going to win this one. You have somebody who has 2 that are really, they hit it out of the park on both, so you can get that. Somebody who has a really good racing car, you can get that, maybe not look the best. And then this was just Big Man's favorite, so that's cool. And that's based off both. So, all right. Challenge build time will be 3 weeks, with community nominations for the top 5 submissions being a week. So 3 weeks, and then a week for the community will vote on who they want the top 5 to be. All right, I'm going to go quickly for a coffee break. I need the old facilities. And then I think we'll start playing with this car. I think that'll be fun. So I'll be right back, guys. And as Arnold had promised, I'm back. All right, let's see. Let's see. Poor truck. I think Alistair's truck is fine. I have vehicle damage off. I'll let you know. So. Tier 1 big vehicle bully. I'm curious what's going to get clipped today. I haven't had any real good rants yet, so... Alistair hasn't got to his clipping machine, I don't believe it. Okay, thank you, Citrus. Let me quickly grab that. Now let's see, where is that citrus massage? Okay, let's put that on there. Yep, another Mr. Lenny's, yep. Let's see, where are you at the thing that I just put in there? Useful tools. I don't even know what to call that one, but let's just stick that there for now. All right, Bellissimo, let's go through the list some more here. Shit, messages. There are messages everywhere here. Stop pinging my phone, people. Some are good, and I'm glad to talk to, but others are... there's Lua Draw Insight. Yeah, I've used that before. I haven't used it in a while. Yep, a little bit of manhandling there. It's good for it. This is the, you know, you get people who like are, oh, the pivots are so weak. The pivots aren't weak. Your physics is on low. Go put your physics on high. This has 2 pivots and is lifting all that. It's, yeah, that's often the problem is. The game starts at auto. I think the game should start at high. But, again, it's a thing that the devs are probably worried about. They set it to high, and somebody has a potato PC, and then they cry the game's lagging, you know? So, put it on auto, you know, and then let me put it in there, but, you know. Oh, that's good. Yeah, put it on the workshop page. That'll be good. You know, I love it when you put it on the workshop page because people are going to be like, oh, that's cool. Can you send me that excavator? And then you have to deal with that. How's it going there, Laxon? How are you? Yeah, CVTs and automatics can can jump out of the first story window. Yes, CVT. Okay, we're gonna get a rant here. Alistair will find a video for this. CVT. Do a CVT rant. They're cool technically, but God, they're boring. It's so friggin' boring, the CVT. Ugh. So, like, this is how a CVT works, so let's bring it up. So, essentially, you have, oh, that's a low-res picture, zoomed in too much. All right, so essentially, you have these bell housings is not really the way to put it. You have these pulley housings, and as the pulleys squeeze together, these pulleys will come together, these 2 pulley discs. They'll come together. As they go together, it pushes on the belt and causes the belt to go up. And so that acts as though this has a larger circumference. As the pulley housings retract, so as this one goes this way and this one goes this way, it allows the pulley to drop in. So you notice this pulley is lower in, therefore this has a smaller circumference, this one is a bigger. So you can dynamically change the gears. You know, from just like from a sound perspective, like the CVT should run at peak torque at all times. So the engine makes this noise, no matter what gear you're in. So that's kind of miserable to the ear. You know, they're generally pretty reliable, but you've got to like, they're not that easy to pull apart. You got to pull the bolts, you got to yank the whole housing off, replace the belt. I don't know how long they're really lasting. I prefer a geared system. It's just my preference. On them, I get it. You know, one of the reasons I don't like them in game, I love Big Man's like system that he made where it automatically does that, and I understand for a lot of players that's appealing. For me personally, I find that actually engineering a cool system and having it work is very rewarding. I get a lot of people don't care about that. Like a lot of people just want to download something in the workshop and it works, and I get that. But just for me, I would much rather, I want to be the operator. I want to, you know, I want to set up the systems. So for me, that's one of the reasons I don't like an automatic or a CVT system. But like the thing that, like, a reason I don't want a CVT in a car is, you know, you blow a belt, you got to yank all this shit apart to get that out. That's a lot of money. I don't know what the reliability is on them. You know, if it's just an unfounded fear on my part, it could be. Let's see, CVT reliability. You know, I don't know. Like, you know, they've been around for a while now. They might have, you know, they might be more reliable at this point, not have problems. But I don't like how the engine stays at peak torque all the time. That's kind of miserable. Like mine does that. Mine is a hybrid where the electric drive does most of the driving, and then it has one gear on the front axle that will mesh to the actual electric motor. No, it will also mesh to the engine. It will mesh to the engine on one. You have one gear in when you're on the highway, essentially, and that comes on if you're in hybrid mode. And so when, like, my engine almost never runs. It's usually just electric. So, like, at this point, I would much rather a hybrid electric drive system than go into CVT. If I was going to go into automatic, I'd rather have a hybrid electric system or a full electric system at this point. But I'm just not a huge fan of CVTs. You know, not a big deal. Not a big fan of them. You know, I don't know about the reliability of belt. I don't know about thermal heating and cooling and what it's going to do to the belt. But, you know, a lot of that can just be unfounded stuff. But it's just, a lot of it's a preference thing and what I like for the sound. I absolutely hate the sound of them. Just it's constant peak torque the entire time. All right, let's look at some of these. Oh, that's cool. This Peugeot. I was thinking like a BMW M3 because it needs 4 seats. This Mitsubishi was kind of interesting to me. A lot of these are not going to be 4-seaters. Cosworths are kind of neat. Yaris. Yeah. So I'm just kind of looking at some homologation cars. I kind of like the old school Beamers. I like the NSX, but the NSX, I don't believe the NSX is yeah, I know the NSX is not a 4-seater. Dodge Charger Daytona with the wing could be kind of cool. Like, part of it too is I'm looking at like how to convert it from, you know, the real car into game. So, like, for example, this area here, these slopes going to the sides is a nightmare. This is a 1x4. Like, this is more than a 1x4. I'd have to run probably two square blocks, a 1x4, a 1x2. Pop-up headlights would be really cool, but potentially a pain in the ass. I have to worry about the length concerns with something American because you got the fat asses in there. Camaro, I'm trying to see. The M3 I like this is an 88 M3. They're nice, they're boxy. There's a 1x4 hood with a squared out front. Squared out sides. I can get a squared out roof and not have it look ridiculous. It's got a little spoiler on there. I'm leaning towards something like that. I'm not a huge BMW fan, but I do like that as something. I do like the NSX, but again, they're 2-seaters. So I can't do an NSX, and it's going to look funky because it's going to be too tall in game. Maserati, I want the electrical system to work. WRX I like, but probably wouldn't do it. We have a 911. 911 is going to be hard to shape. The Penas Esperante is cool, but I don't think it is. I think it's a 2-seater. Lancia, again, I gotta have to put in some sort of electrical problem in here. That's a 2-seater. The mid-engine 2-seaters, I can't. I need it to be a 4. What's this Benz? I do like a Merc. This one's neat. I like this. This kind of has that. I prefer a Mercedes over a BMW. And yeah. I think we've found it. I do like a Merc. Let's do a Merc. Yeah. I think this is it. This would be the road car I think we can get the shape. These old 80s, with the early 90s Mercs were pretty squared out. There's a 4-door. It says coupe. I don't know. I gotta ask. I could make it a coupe if that's something that Big Man is mandating. So the big pump is the best. What's a good cooling test for hauling trucks? I'm driving through the desert with a full load and full throttle to test. Generally, trucks are a piece of cake to cool because, like, my trucks are all sub 10 RPS, maybe 15 at most. So they tend to run, and the thing with a truck is you have plenty of space for a big radiator in there. I just run a small impeller, run right off of the drive shaft, either pre-gearbox or post-gearbox. You're going to generally be down gearing a truck. You might, in your final gears, be up gearing for the top couple gears, but you can either run it right off of the engine post clutch right before you go to the gearbox, which is generally what I do, or even run it right off of the axle, the front axle. And I just do an impeller. The big things with cooling, run the piping as short as you can get it. So generally what I'll do is I'll put the impeller, if I do a 5x5 radiator, I put the impeller right on the attach point, and then I go, say, right to the coolant manifold, and then I only have, what would be at that point, 2 more pipes, and then right in, so you have 3 pipes total, and that keeps the run really short. Like, there should be no problem now. You get really good flow rates now, and the truck is generally reasonably low RPS. I think this Merc is what we're going to do here. All right, I'm going to save that Merc. Let's go ahead and we will star that, put it on stormworks. All right, so this is, that's a 1990s Mercedes-Benz i90. Let's see. I'm going to ask, let me double check the rules. I hate it when people don't read the rules myself. So again, I'm going to try to be a good boy and read the rules. I absolutely abhor it when people don't read the rules. All right. So let's see. So I'm trying to see. I'll search the document for coupe. All right. It says create a homologation sedan. Okay, never mind. It does say sedan. Okay. So it can be a sedan, coupe, or station wagon. All right, perfect. So it can be a 4-door coupe. Or it can be a 4-door, which is a sedan, a coupe, which is a 2-door, or a wagon. All right, so that, it can be a coupe. All right, let's get this put away. So this is working really well. Let's save it. And this is to the point where it could go into the, could go in the multiplayer session tomorrow. Quickly check something here. Scirocco hatchback. Yeah, I don't know. I tend not to build Italian anything. I tend to go stuff that has electrical wires that work. I do. I haven't built a Mercedes yet. I'm kind of thinking a Mercedes would be nice. Pony ID. I just haven't put that in there yet. I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, I'll put Pony ID in there. How's it going there? Jennifer Luna, how are you? Yeah, so it could be a sedan, a coupe, or a wagon. All right, let's see. Mercedes. Where the hell did I just put that Mercedes? The hell, I got too many windows open here. Mercedes. There's Mercedes. 190. Okay. All right, so let's look. Let me bring the rules up. Trying to think if I want to, in a break, and go play Tarkov. Let me see. Friend's got limited time to play, so let me just quickly check. Let me just quickly check. I think he's probably done anyway. I'll continue streaming here. Let's see. We played for quite a while yesterday, so I'm going to take a break and do Tarkov. I'm just trying to see. He's got limited time to play. But let's go ahead. I'll continue on this for now. All right, so 9 blocks wide, 21 long. So let's start making our base plate here. So let's do 20. It's 21 long. We've got 9 wide. So symmetry, you demon, where are you, son? So that is our base plate. So we shouldn't have any problem with that. Let's just quickly... generally, I'm going to go... something a little bit like that. And then doors, mirrors, yeah, something like that. So that should fit. That should fit plenty fine. Needs to be a 4-seater, so we'll get 2 with a console in the center. Yeah, so we shouldn't have any problem kind of loading that up and getting that where it is. So I'm thinking that's got seats in it. We need a trunk. Let's build that there. Give myself a little bit of space. Okay, and then hood, that's where kind of how high the hood is here. I'm kind of building a little bit differently than I normally do. That's the seats there. Let's move the seats up. I would say the Merc doesn't have a ton of leg room in the back because it's got a big old trunk. So then we put the, I need seat backs, so seat back should take a space. And then we're probably going to be putting the trunk in there, I would say. So let's imagine trunk. Probably has a reasonable trunk on it like that. Kind of imagine bumpers. So yeah, we're within the zone on this here. It's got a wiener in the front there I just left by accident. There we go. So kind of the general dimensions looks like something, I'll say a little bit like that. And then I got a little bit of variance I can add. So I'm going to need more space in the hood, I would say. It's got a kind of a long hood on it. Probably more a hood like that. Give it a proud-ass hood. Something like that, kind of. All right, so let's do this real quick. I am going to change over to Tarkov here in a minute. Let me quickly put on the what do you call it? The multiplayer sign up. Let's get that set up for tomorrow. So we'll add this up. What is it? 5 underscore 11. Slash 11/24. I could spell. Much easier. All right, so that's up for everybody who's multiplayer off. Can vote, can put it in there. All right, let's, so that's done. Let me quickly do Pony IDE, as that was recommended for that. Or yeah, they're Pony ID. It's under coding, that's why. I didn't go into my subcategory folders too deep, so. There's Pony IDE. Guys, if you have any more pictures from the multiplayer yesterday, make sure you share those in the multiplayer screenshots. Alright, that's in there. Why those? I don't know why people put spoilers. Let's catch up with chat here. I'll switch over. Okay, they're good to go outside. Yeah, I didn't really check it, but I haven't been in the chat section at all. Yeah, I like the Audi Quattro. That was one of my favorites. That was one of the ones I was considering, but I don't want to have multiples of the same one, so I'd rather do something unique and different. But I really like the Quattro. It's funny when when you do the emoji that I've titled Captain, it says Captain, and then I have to remember, oh yeah, that's the emoji. All right, so he said 2 cylinders for souped and 3 for none. So this should give me, and I don't mean none like the bread, huh? And so that should give me space for the a 3-cylinder. Likely, I'm going to try to put a Super 2 in there. That's what I'm leaning towards. Super 2 in there. Floor pan, we're going to put a proper manual transmission, because why would we put any of that other bullshit in there? That goes in. So I'm just going to work on this a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to switch over to Tarkov. I've been wanting to play that for a couple days, so it'll be kind of good to get into there. And he said 1 1/4 max wheels. Not that the back one needs to be flipped for steering, but it doesn't matter, so I might as well leave it. I'll stop you, devil. Kind of slammed to the ground too, so yeah, I think that'll make a fun car shape here. I'm just kind of looking a little bit. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. It's a hatch as well, so the hatch is really helpful. It's got a dopey ass 1990s spoiler on it. It looks like a hatch. I don't know. No, that's a trunk. That's a trunk. Okay, it does have a trunk. Makes sense. So put an XML like 22.5 degree in the back. So I'm just kind of playing with general shaping here. I might even be able to get a 45 in there. We'll see. I've got enough space behind the seats. And then we'll put a 22.5 front on there. But I'm just trying to kind of generally see the general shaping of this and how I do, and like that's the only issue I have with some of this stuff is the way that the seat's tall. But what I've been doing lately is I've been slamming this shit down and then having kind of exposed in the bottom and XMLing around a cover block. So see if I can get this slammed a little bit. See if I can slam it like so. Let's delete out this. Stop you, devil. Yeah, we'll see if I can slam it, and then I'll XML in some stuff to cover that so it's not visible. Oh yeah, never mind. I've got, this is going to be a lowrider. It's slammed, the real one, so I should be able to slam it pretty reasonably there. Let's get that. Let's get this. So that's general shaping, and then I think we should be able to like rack in a 4 on this, so 1. Yeah, Mercs had like this real pinchy hood in the 90s. There was this 1988 Merc convertible. I almost wanted to, ugh, that can't be like that. Yeah, that's gross. Can't do that. That's more like it, or even like try to bang a 2 in there. No, that's too friggin' Mazda. Got to keep it a little square there. We'll put 1x4s there and some angle blocks. That'll give us some, at least, illusion of a hood slope on there, but I'm gonna probably need the space. Well, good, thanks for the symmetry, asshole. Ah, great. All right, we're already into dirty territory here. Let's see. I'll just dupe it over. That's why I'm not even bothering with symmetry now. I'm just gonna dupe it over. Yeah, we can see that kind of taking shape there. And then I need space for the trunk, and then we've got some space for a little bit of a spoiler here. So a real jackass wagon this thing should be with a spoiler on it. Yeah, proper jackass wagon with that spoiler on there, so I like it. I think that will that'll be fun to make. But here, let's save that. I think we'll finish up. But yeah, so good work on the fishing boat. I really like the fishing update. I think they did a good job on that, despite the whinies that are always in the chat. But hey, they're gonna be whiny no matter what. I think it's viable. Did a bunch of net tests. That works really well. Let's see what else. Got the drive systems all fixed for these rope shovel and the excavator. Excavator's good to go. I just need to hook up electricity for the multiplayer stream tomorrow. That should be a piece of cake. Rope shovel's good to go. Dump trucks are good to go. We should be able to bring back Alistair's and Citrus truck if he wants to. And then I think we're good. The facility is in. I really want to test out the facility, see how it runs, see how the lag is. We had no lag whatsoever during fishing. We had, how many of us? 6 total? 5, 6 total. Had good fishing, no lag whatsoever. I was at 62 logics the entire time. Everybody was within 5 frames at all times, pretty much. No issues there. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. This car, I'm really excited. Like, it's tough for me that nobody else does a challenge, and I get people are busy, and challenges are definitely a pain to run sometimes. It's just a lot of work. And so I'm really appreciative to Big Man for running another challenge. That's fun. That gives me an opportunity to participate in some challenges. So really looking forward to that as well, and hope you guys are as well. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow for multiplayer. I may stream tonight. I may not. Who the hell knows? We shall see. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one.